now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and see how these three concepts, culture, globalization, and development, come together in Bhutan. So, globalization and development does not act down uniformly across all cultural contexts. It's interpreted, given meaning in every context. It's being negotiated. It's being adapted and shaped and resisted by local contexts. So in Bhutan, this Levi'sation, everyone wearing Levi's jeans, you don't see it because there's strong governance and pride in wearing kiras and gos. So this is supported by strong governance policies and pride and awareness. Although the forces that are driving globalization are similar, like multinational corporations, for instance, people are not passive actors, but they're actively filtering, interpreting, weighing, and giving meaning to different aspects of globalization. However, we must say that the changes that are happening at hyper fast speeds. And this leads to some confusion and lack of cultural clarity. So you see a lot of disjunctures from past and present cultures. And this intersection is especially vivid at the intergenerational intersection, especially with youth. G&H ensures that Bhutan is culturally resilient against the enormous forces of globalization that have flattened other countries. And cultural resilience becomes important. It facilitates sovereignty and national identity within the context of G&H through cultural promotion and preservation, coupled with strong governance. And G&H and the new development paradigm are strong protecting forces that filter and cushion Bhutan from negative impacts of globalization. The question that the Secretariat put forward was, what does it mean to be part of the world but still preserve our own values and cultures? So if no aspect of culture is fixed for eternity, neither need it be lost through negligence or greed. So balance and the middle way, I think, are very important, and I think this came up during the group discussions, the need for balance. To focus and preserve on the positive aspects that enhance and contribute to happiness and well-being and the collective good. But do we preserve and promote every single aspect of culture? What about the negative, harmful aspects? How do we decide what to keep and what to evolve away from? Whose happiness counts? Sometimes one group of people might be advantaged for the collective good, while others are disadvantaged. We know that culture is always changing, and this again brings up the issue about the impermanence of things. On the other hand, let's say we decide we want to change something deliberately. It doesn't always happen very easily because people have very passionate attachments to culture as well. So I think the issue or the need here is for engaged discussion. Research in cultural psychology tells us that there's a strong correlation between a sense of belonging and happiness and well-being. And this cannot be undervalued. Development practitioners, people who work on development 3 years in Ghana, 3 years in Papua New Guinea, whatever, they experience a high degree of mobility. But what we've also found is that they suffer from high rates of depression, divorce, psychological disorders than the average population. And this is different from nomadic and pastoral communities who have a sense of belonging. So there's something really to be said about a sense of identity and belonging. It leads to well-being and happiness.